What's up, LinkedIn? So I wanted to talk about why again and again it's in the best interest for organizations to take a step back and strategically look at when they're forecasting for driving down overall supply chain costs. We can just stick on transportation freight rates. Why does it make sense to only just go out and randomly again just save on costs, strictly the rate? So say we'll take a CPG company for example. They're going into big box retailers. Say they do, from a freight transportation standpoint, they do $400,000 a year. Now they also forecasted or projected, however you want to say it, to do another $100,000 getting dinged in chargebacks. On top of that, they also forecasted to get roughly around $60,000 a year on annual accessorial fees. That's not including the $400,000. So that's on top of that. So what is that? That's $560,000. So roughly, they're going to have to save anywhere between 40% just to break even to that $400,000. So my thought is, taking a step back, taking a higher level look at this thing, and strategically planning out, one, what's the root of the cause of why you're getting these chargebacks? Really figure that out. To again, I'm not going to even sit here and say 100% eliminate it, but at least mitigate those chargebacks and figuring out why they're happening to drive those chargebacks down. Two, really looking at a strategy when it comes to carrier procurement and based on your specific needs with those accessorials, which again, if you do it correctly, whether that's with a 3PL or internally, you should be able to negotiate based on those accessorials to either mitigate them or if anything, waive those fees to drive that $60,000 down. Now you can start looking at, okay, how do I reduce a little bit more on the freight rate itself? But before that, I think it's in the best interest of your company or whatever company it may be to really take a look at this thing instead of having to go blindly and just say, hey, I want to save money. Because let's face it, I don't know too many companies that are again just shooting out RFPs or really randomly just quoting out a bunch of different brokers or 3PLs and carriers direct that are saving 35 to 40% annually year over year. It's just not scalable. It's just not. It just doesn't happen. So yeah, you're taking a look at strategically looking at your adjust your freight transportation and how to drive costs down. Really take a look at this thing like chess, not checkers. It's only going to benefit you. Again, I always say, I'm biased, go with a 3PL, but you can also do it internally as long as you're just literally taking a step back and looking at everything from a higher level versus just a rate. So that's my 2 cents. Peace.